The new M2 Pro and M2 Max MacBook Pros are out, and the question is, if you already own an M1 Pro or an M1 Max, should you upgrade to the new one? Another tight shirt Terry Tech conundrum. Let's get it. What's up, y'all? Tight shirt Terry Warfield back for another video. I hope you're having a great day so far. Hey, remember to be thankful for your life today because you did not have to have that. Before we get into the meat potatoes, I gotta let you know that I don't script videos, so if your boy mess up, I just mess up. Now that I got that out the way, the M1 Pro and the M1 Max are no longer listed on Apple's website, so you cannot purchase them new from Apple. And now you can only get the M2 joints. Now on the table, I have the M1 Pro right here. This is the 14-inch, the mid-tier one, so the one with 16 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte with storage, I believe 10 core and 16 core, 10 core CPU, 16 core GPU, okay? And this thing was $24.99. It's abysmal right now because Apple is only gonna give me $9.70 for this. Y'all are full of it. But anyways, this computer has been a freaking workhorse since the day I got it, which is right after it came out. Now, I don't want to go into make this a full review. I got a whole playlist on this computer right up there, but some really good things about this notebook that kind of scream, use me all the time. First of all, the display. Second of all, the speakers are amazing. Third of all, the battery life. Fourth, you got HDMI ports, you got MagSafe, you got 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports. I believe 3. Let me double check. 1, 2... Yeah, 3 of them. 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports. The camera is upgraded, and most of all, there is loads and loads and loads of processing power. I should probably define what I do before we get into the rest of it, right? I use this computer for everything. So I do all of my video creation on it. I do all of my photography on it. I do all of my bookkeeping, word processing, you know, using Google Chrome with 40 tabs open, all of that jazz. And this thing has never left me hanging. Now, are there times when, even though it's mad powerful, that it's, you know, maybe froze up, or maybe an app had a memory leak and it caused a problem? Sure, it's a computer. Even the most expensive M1 Maxes, etc., they all do that. They're all computers. But as a whole, this thing chews up and spits out literally everything I freaking throw at it. I throw 6K 420 out of the Panasonic S5 Mark II at it. I throw 4K 422 10-bit files out of the Sony cameras, and I use them all. Multicam, several layers, and this thing rarely skips a beat. So what I'm saying is, for $2,500 at the time when it got announced, and up till now, this computer is fantastic. And I know people who have the base model M1 Pro, the mid-tier, and the more expensive M1 Pro. I know people that got the base M1 Max and the ones that have the spec'd out M1 Maxes. And we all sing the same sentiments. The M1 Pro and the M1 Max machines, for most people, are freaking game changing. Now, are there people out there who maybe require more from a computer, and the M1 Pro or the M1 Max, it's a bottleneck for them? Sure, there are some people out there who need more power than what you could get in even the top tier M1 Max, but there ain't many out there like that. So anyways, now that I got that out the way, I want to talk, if you already have one of these machines, should you upgrade to the M2 joints? Because the M2 joints obviously are more powerful, right? They're a whole freaking year newer. I would hope that they're more powerful, but there aren't as many upgrades as I would have liked to see. So what are those upgrades? So obviously the M2 Pro and M2 Max chips, more CPU cores, more GPU cores, better high efficiency cores, better high performance cores, more RAM available. They have upgraded HDMI that can support, I believe, up to 240 hertz at 4K, which is wild. And then they also have enhanced Wi-Fi 6E, I believe, and Bluetooth 5.3. For most people, those upgrades mean nothing. And I say for most people because, again, I want to reiterate, are there people out there who could benefit from more power out of what the current generation M1 Pro and M1 Max offer? Absolutely, but they are a very small percentage. So if you already have one of these machines, honestly, I don't think that you need to upgrade unless your current machine presents a serious bottleneck for you. And also remember that even though Apple has these new computers out, guess what that does to the current generation M1 Pros and M1 Maxes? It makes the value on these plummet drastically. So that also means if you're thinking about upgrading, maybe another smarter decision would be to look at a current gen M1 Pro or M1 Max, but getting more storage, more RAM at a cheaper cost than buying an M2 Pro or Max brand new, because there are still new ones out there available. There's still certified refurbs out there available, and those present a really good value for computers that will still last you for freaking years. Now, that's just my perspective. I'm not upgrading because this thing, of course, would I like to have more power? Sure, but it's like at what cost? And the power increase is marginal in relation to, in my opinion, the freaking cost. Now, what about the people who are trying to get into the Pro or Max territory for the first time? Should they buy M1 Pro, M1 Max, or should they go ahead and go M2 Pro, M2 Max? So I have a theory with if you're going into an ecosystem for the first time, if you're trying a new Samsung product or a new Apple product, whatever the case may be, to get the best experience, if you can afford it, I would typically say choose the newest generation, because if it's your first experience, I think the newer machines are typically going to give you the best experience, short of sometimes machines and things launch with bugs, etc. I'm not talking about that. But as a whole, I would typically recommend, yes, go ahead and get the M2 Pro or the M2 Max. However, if you want to save some money, again, I'm going to present you with the same thing. You can get a slightly used or new or reconditioned or recertified M1 Pro or M1 Max now, probably for like $1,000 off of what they originally were priced at retail, because now the M2 Pro and the M2 Max are out, and these things are still hugely freaking powerful. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I think that's everything I had to say about it. Your boy is not upgrading. This machine, for everything I do, is enough to me. I will likely wait till the M3 variants come, and honestly, I don't even have FOMO. I typically get FOMO when new stuff comes out. But for me, I'm not upgrading, and for people that are in the same position, unless you just got money to throw away or you just want the latest and greatest, I can't see any reason why it would make sense, unless you just need way more power, and these are not even that much more powerful. But unless you need that, to go spend another $1,500 to get maybe a 10% improvement in performance. So anyways, I'm out of here. Piece of chicken grease, tight shirt, Terry Warfield. Let me know what y'all think. Much love.